Going on.
We're here. We're live, buddy.
Live and kicking.
You're the only one on the screen right now, too. I'm kind of like hanging out behind it. So.
And it's just come up as a notification on my, because I do follow the 44 YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Notification.
That's how we met. That's how we met, actually.
It was indeed. It was like I think I told you before. It was before you did a tape giveaway for the 424
That's
subscriber.
right. That's right.
And I'd already subscribed. I was like, God damn it. So I was there before then.
Cool, man.
I'm an OG.
You're an OG.
I'm an OG Task fan.
OG Task fan. I know. There's a couple of you guys floating around out there.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me just adjust this thing here. So, Freddie, explain to the people what we're doing.
We are utilising modern technology, and we are currently speaking from two different continents, two different time zones, about music and other general. So, I imagine you're probably going to start musical and then end up philosophical.
Yeah, that's usually how we roll.
Yeah. How's it looking? Is it all good?
Yeah, I think it's going good. It always seems to. It says that the stream is bad quality, but it seems like all right. Oh, MPF said you seem to be cutting in and out. Hold that thought. Hold on.
Okay. Holding.
Yeah. Keep talking.
Yes. Talking. Saying things.
Freddie.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. It seems like it looks good, like on my phone, but on YouTube it says that the stream status is bad. We are not receiving video data at a fast enough rate. Very weird. I don't know why that would be the case.
As a follower though of 424recording.com, yep. I have noticed that a lot of the streams that you do start off with it saying that I see you reading it saying, oh, it says it's not good, but it does. You reading it saying, oh, it says it's not good, but it does.
Sorry, I just like Are you still talking right now, Freddie?
No, I stopped. Okay.
Well, yeah, it looks okay now, like on the playback. So.
Okay.
This whole thing is crazy, man. Because I was playing it back and listening to the audio. All right, well, Mike. I hope that everything's okay now. MPF. I'm just chilling here.
MPF.
Something live at a decent.
MPF.
Something live at a decent time in Europe. You should do that more often. Hey, what's up, Levy? Yeah, well, I'm actually hanging with Freddie right now. My buddy he's OG Task fan, buddy from Belgium. We're just decided to go live. We had some time and chat about whatever. So, yeah, I was trying to do something a little different. I'm glad that you're able to come through, Levy, because I know we're always pretty late.
And this is a wonderful honor to be.
Thanks, dude.
On a live stream.
Hell yeah, dude.
Because I think because of the time difference. Because I am in Belgium, but I am from the Isle of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. But when I get up in the mornings and have my coffee, you've just maybe an hour or two before finished a live stream. So I often drink my coffee and watch 20 minutes, half an hour before I have to leave in the morning of that day's particular live stream. So to be on one is
damn, that's crazy, dude. That's nuts.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, dude. And look, I just got the message. As you were saying that, it says, the health of the stream is good. How about that?
The health of the stream is good.
Yeah.
That's a great phrase.
Yeah, so it does do that. For some reason, it always says at first that things are wonky, and then it works out. So I don't know what's up with that. But what's going on, Taz fam? Yo, Jason's here. We got Levy chilling. Mike's here. Yeah, I hope everything worked out. How's the audio? Can you hear both of us good? Am I too loud? Is Freddie too soft? We're trying out some new setup here. As you can see, this is my garbage picked. That's what they say here in the States. Some people garbage picked monitor, meaning I found it in the trash. It was over by my dumpster in my apartment complex, and I was like, "Yo, you know what? I'm gonna start using this thing." It didn't have any cables, and now I bought a cable for it that hooks it up to my computer. thing works perfectly. So now you can see Freddie on the big screen while I'm talking to him, and I can use that for other stuff. And we're testing this all out, see how it works.
I feel extra, especially blessed. Not only am I on the live stream, but I'm on a found second-hand monitor.
Yeah.
Because I do. The apartment I live in with my lady, we pretty much furnished it for less than $100 because we went to second-hand shops.
Nice.
So I'm a big fan of recycling and reusing. So this is a
dope.
Very very giddy.
This is like the universe is just collapsing in on itself right now.
I'm surprised the stream can handle it, personally.
That's hilarious. That's crazy, man. Mike said he can't follow. I'm gonna have to let you go. All right, Mike. We'll catch you later, bro. I don't know if he's got bad or we're doing bad service or something, but it looks good. I don't know.
Okay. Let's not jinx it yet.
Let's not jinx it. Yeah. Well, this is a great. See, this is what I'm always talking about on the channel with stuff. Okay, there he is. Yeah, there's Freddie. It looks great, man. I wish you could look at this and see what.
I will watch back afterwards. Don't worry.
Okay.
With my coffee in the morning. I'll put it.
All right. So, the one thing I was gonna say, Freddie. Well, this is what I was saying, like about a lot of stuff in general. Well, this is our creative thought for the day.
Okay.
I think it's really important to do stuff like this. This is just one big experiment. Like you literally, we were gonna talk today. Freddie and I talk from time to time. Sometimes Freddie's on the podcast. We do some stuff, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to Freddie today. Why don't we live stream our chat? You know, make an event out of it. I didn't have any pre-planning. I just kind of said, let's see if this works. And I think it's important to like experiment and try different things because like so far it seems like this could be pretty cool for like future interviews with people or future interviews with our budding live stream across the pond, which is what we're calling this.
Yeah, but it's certainly why not?
Yeah. So it's like I think it's important to try these type of things. You never know if they're going to work or not.
No, and you wanted to do it. We wanted to do it, and as a wise man once said, "Do something you want to do today." So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Yeah, I can't remember who said it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I might have seen it scribbled on the back of a toilet door. I'm not sure, but. Stop it.
Are you sure that wasn't Ben Franklin? Maybe Ben Franklin? I don't know.
It could have been. It sounds like something he would have said.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, dude, so what else is going on? We got our water.
We have fizzy water. I do love a bit of fizzy water. I never used to like it. But I did a talk with a friend of mine. A couple of friends of mine are in a band called the Gravel Tones, and I highly recommend you people go check them out. But I toured with them in Italy, which was an amazing experience. But every bottle we picked up was fizzy water, and we think, it's really hot. So it's fizzy, and then just acquired a taste for it, and now I love it. Now I love fizzy water. It feels exciting because for a second you think, this is going to be like 7-Up, or this is going to be nice and sugary, and then it's not.
Yeah.
So you feel better for it. But it's a little interesting, a little anecdote to get things going. Fizzy water.
Yeah. We actually, that's funny. We got Simon the Magpie coming through. What up, Simon? Good to see you, bro. I got to get back to you on email. He said water without bubbles ain't for drinking. We got to agree. Fizzy water all the way.
Yeah, but. Is this the thing? I'm scared to Google this in case it's not the answer I want. Is it okay? Is it healthy for you? I mean, it maybe not as healthy as just normal water, but it's better than.
I don't know. I've heard different things. Like I've heard that it's fine, and then other people say it's bad for your bones. I don't know if that's true or not.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I think it's okay for you though, but I don't know. It's probably.
I'm enjoying it.
Simon said it's probably bubbly for you.
Maybe
bad for teeth.
It is, yeah.
Maybe bad for teeth, he said.
Oh.
Oxidation.
Okay.
Man, so
yeah.
Simon, I'm hoping to. Me and Simon are going to do a chat too. Hopefully, maybe like this. I don't know. I was kind of testing this out for an interview I was planning to do with Simon this week. I guess if we got to find out when we can do it. But Simon's actually another YouTuber, so he's been doing a lot of. He does a lot of circuit bent stuff and really funny reviews of things. So, Simon, this is great to have you in the chat, man. I can't wait to talk to you.
Look at this. This is great. This is great.
Yeah, this is sick. This is sick. And actually, Freddie, you have your first question for you. It's from Jason. He says, Freddie, are you ready for the Song of Week in 2019?
Well, yes and no, because I've been the last couple of months I've been writing lots and I've been really enjoying the process, more so than. So the idea was for people maybe I should explain what I thought was. Inspired by the 424 recordingchannel.com, is I was going to try and write a song a week and put that up, which I still do plan to do, but maybe the production of it, because I like your videos and I watch your videos and I think it looks really nice and things, but I don't really know too much about that side, and I know that you've got to do it often to try and get it good, but I don't know, I get very frustrated very quickly with it because I'm not very good at it. Secondly, I've realised that I wrote a song this afternoon, and I beginning, middle and end, I loved it, and maybe there's a few little bits to tweak, but I'm happy with how it came out. But a lot of the songs I write, I'd say 60% of the songs I write, I need to let breathe. I write them. Yeah, so another song, for example, I've written this week, and last week, and there's a verse, and what I thought was a chorus, verse, and what I thought was a chorus, but it turns, listening back to it, it's like, that's not a chorus, that's not a strong enough thing.
Mm.
But then I go back and try and chip away at it, and it's not, and then it feels too forced.
Right.
And I want to chip away at it, but I want to chip away at it to reveal what's behind it. And I don't want to force something on top of it. So that's my only worry about the Song of the Week thing, is that some songs I will write or I will compose and be like, this isn't finished yet.
Yeah.
So I don't know what to do about that. Whether I should just post or publish on YouTube or Instagram or something like that. That's what it is so far. I'm not sure. What do you think?
Well, Simon said one song a week is cray cray, and he has a couple kitties next to it. But he said he's going to sub. on the flip side, though, he's going to sub straight away. So it sounds like you may.
Okay.
So I don't know. I think that a song a week is definitely cray cray, but I think it's important. I mean, you figure if you did a song a week, you'd have 52 songs for the year.
Yes.
And then, you could take the best 10 of those and work on them or continue to work on them. I don't know. I mean, that's what I was trying to do, honestly, with the Monday stream. I wanted to start doing, like, because I've been posting a song a week over on my Patreon, patreon.com/424recording. So every Monday I put a new song up, and for a while I was just writing a song a week and putting it up on there for people. That's like a perk of it. And I don't know. I guess it just depends how you work on stuff. If you work on it by, you have to come back to it and loop back around to it. Maybe you could do a series, or maybe your videos could be that first video of you working on it, and then the next week or whenever you come around to it, you have the second video where you're working on it again, because maybe that process is helpful to other people who work like that as well.
Yes. That's.
I think Simon's saying something really pertinent here too. He said he wants to see the process. I'm assuming he said, I want to see that go down and fail and then be sad, and then you have to do it over all again to prove yourself. And then if you fail again, it's just endless content, which I agree. It's like today's world, it's all about showing your process. It's like this process of even trying this setup right now with the live stream. Like this thing could have been a complete failure, and we would have wouldn't have worked out. I can see that you're a little bit off on the audio, but like I don't know, we'll have to just do it better next time. Like, but the fact that we're even showing up and like talking and trying to do it, like this will just make the next thing that we do better in terms of like this sort of setup. And so I think it's always important just to like the more you're showing up and working on what you're doing, I think the better off you'll be in the end. Like you'll just be like exactly saying what Simon's saying too. It's like you'll just completely even if you keep failing at it, like you're just making content and you're making something that people want to see that process. Like people want to see today it's so easy just to see the end product and that's it. But with artists and musicians and people who are trying to do anything, like you have to constantly be putting yourself out there because maybe if you release something, you may have like a week of time before it's old news or even a day 24-hour news cycle. Like I don't know, I think it's important to constantly be showing up, constantly putting yourself out there and seeing what comes of it.
Yes, I do agree because there's no rules to it because I see your videos and I watch other musicians' channels, and there's a level of professionalism or just the equipment used and things like that. But we've spoken about this before. When you start comparing yourself, it's like you're always going to be shit as soon as you're like, oh, I need that camera and then I need that and then the list just goes on and on. But the fact is, I do have everything that I would need to do it. I've recorded some of my videos on what exists of my little YouTube channel now. I've done on my phone, so you don't really need much more than that these days. But then it's that conflict between exposing yourself and not in that way on YouTube, but although the ironic thing, I bet I'd get loads of fucking followers if I started exposing myself on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean the world is at your fingertips. I mean, right now, even people that are hanging out. We have Jason, he's in Wisconsin. Simon, I think you're in Sweden, right? Levy, I forget where you're from originally, Levy. I know it's somewhere in the EU, but we had Mike, he's from Canada. Like, we're basically you're exposing yourself to everybody in the world who's into the things that you're doing or has some sort of doing something in parallel to you, and then you're working on it with those people. Like this, it's more of a collaborative effort. It's kind of like you can I don't know. I always say this, but like there's only so many people in my immediate area that are even into the things I'm doing. Like nobody watching this is somebody like my next door neighbor. You know what I'm saying? Like. And I guess my point in saying that is like I think it's a good thing that you're exposing yourself to people that are interested in what you're doing. They're right there along with you. I think Simon was saying the same thing. He's saying what you're saying is something I'm into at the moment. I'm making an unedited video of the full process of an album, hours and hours long. One person is going to watch it. It's like, but the fact that he's like documenting it and going to put it out, like that's what's important, And then maybe the next time Simon or whoever goes to do a similar process like that, like maybe next time you'll edit it differently or it'll go quicker or what took you hours to shoot could take you, a couple minutes. I mean, that's something I've experienced just doing YouTube. It's like you're gonna fail a lot, and you're gonna make a lot of stuff that maybe is not that interesting. But like, as you continue to make more and more stuff. Oh, Levy's in Budapest, so this is like a worldwide stream right here of people from all over, like talking and meeting about and thinking about the same stuff. And it's like, I don't know. I think it's good that you would expose yourself to all these people. Like. And show the process off because people want to know what the process is. They want to see behind the scenes. They want to see like maybe what they could do for you, or like I mean like what they could do for themselves.
Because I have looked into it and I haven't yet found. Maybe I haven't dove. Is that the word? I haven't dove as deep as perhaps I could do. But there's a few, maybe 2 or 3 people I found online on YouTube that had done the Song a Week thing. And I think 2 of them I found stopped. Because obviously it is a huge task. But then like you said before, there's no set boundaries. If 1 week all I've conceived is an idea and I haven't written and I can't find, well then that still counts, I suppose, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, even if the other thing to think about too is if like nobody was watching it, like even just to do that for yourself, it would be like a It would I feel like it would illuminate a lot about your process. Like, so even like on YouTube, you can do unlisted videos where you just almost like a
Yeah.
vlog or something. You could literally turn on your computer and start filming yourself, each week for an hour and try to do something. And if it, if it doesn't work, or you could try doing that for a couple weeks, like, and nobody will ever see it except for you. And if it works, like, cool.
Yeah.
If not, like, it might not. But the fact is, even if you did that in front of people, I think you might as well just be doing that in front of people because, like Simon was saying, he's like one person may watch his entire hours and hours long video, and I don't know. I would say just as long as it's there for people to see, if they want to see it, like why not do that? If you're already maybe creating this stuff, I guess unless it's getting in the way of your creative process, like I've kind of made it so like when I'm working on stuff, if there's most of the stuff I'm working on now, I always try to like film it. Like that's what I was trying to get at with me doing a song a week. When I was thinking about doing that too, is like I wanted to. Every Monday I was thinking like this stream today, instead of us doing across the pond and chatting, I was thinking, well, shit, I want to get another camera and maybe I can just live stream, get a better live stream setup, and maybe every Monday from 2 o'clock to 3, if I can schedule it out, I'll just try to write a song in an hour and film the whole process and like see what happens with it.
But I did enjoy watching yours the other day.
Well, that's the thing too. Like I was uncertain about that too because I was like, I don't know if I should, again, to mirror what Simon is saying, like, I don't know, do people want to watch an hour-long video of me writing a song? Like, I didn't know if that was something people were going to watch. I figured, well, there's people that will want to watch it, and there's people that can scrub through it and watch what they want. And there'll just be people that don't want to watch it, so.
It's true.
At the end of the day, it's what's that?
I was going to say, something you did that I don't know if I'd be able to do at this point is, so thinking about the process earlier on this afternoon, I would write a little bit, get to the end of the line and think, right, what's the next? And then just stare into the corner for 2 or 3 minutes in silence.
Yeah.
And then so it might be an hour longer than that, but but yeah, just try it. Well, try it and see what happens.
I would say just try it and see what happens. You have nothing. You have absolutely nothing to lose, but. You have absolutely nothing to lose. If you do it and nobody watches it, cool. At least you did it. If you don't do it and nobody watches it, it's the same outcome. So you might as well just try it.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So if Jason's still there, yes, I'm going to do it.
All right, Jason, he's going to do it.
But.
Hey, we got. Hey, what's up? No Wave Charles coming through. Matt. Oh, Steve's coming through too from Scotland. We got like everybody from across the world here. This is crazy.
We've got enough people from different countries where we should be able to sort out all the world's problems.
I think we could.
We're the United Musical Nations.
Yeah.
That's what we are.
Yeah, I mean, I saw that Simon too. As like an aside, he posted a video about. Well, I guess we could talk about this when I interview him. But he put up a video where he's just sitting on a toilet for an hour, as I'm assuming it's kind of like an art piece, right, Simon? Like, what would you say the reasoning behind you doing that was? He said it was like an hour long, where he's just sitting on the toilet, not doing anything, for all the shit that's put out into the world. I think essentially.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then that's the thing. Like a lot of people checked it out and thought it was pretty cool. The meme is that I just got a viral video. Oh, that's right, Simon. I saw that Simon put up a video about like you don't need good gear to make great music, which I think is awesome. And that video pretty much I've been noticing that, Simon, because when I was talking to Simon actually this weekend, and when I first was messaging him or like he was first commenting on some of the vids, I saw that he had like 12,000 or 14,000 subscribers. Now he has he said he got 6K new subs in like a weekend from that.
Sure.
So I'm assuming that's
literally.
Yeah, it's crazy, and that's like, I don't know. I mean, Simon, I think he's been doing it for a few years now, right? You've had your channel, and it's just it's pretty wild. Like, but I feel like that's so that's kind of like a bookend to that whole story, Simon, or what's up with that?
That's brilliant.
We got a lot to talk about, Simon. This is going to be cool because it's just funny that the timing of this is pretty funny along terms with that video that went viral.
Yes.
Oh, an homage to all the shit we do online. Nice. That was the toilet video. Yeah, if any of you guys in the chat, you want to check out Simon's
brilliant.
channel, it's really awesome. I'm a big fan, and I'm gonna be lucky enough to chat with Simon, hopefully this week or next week or something. But definitely check out his channel. It's awesome.
Actually, you know what I love about that, guys. I'm gonna go check. Thank you for introducing me to that and Simon, because I hadn't heard of that before. But
Oh,
that's
sweet.
the sort of thing that is I fucking love, especially about it's people using the internet to hold a mirror up against it, isn't it? But
Yeah.
talking of viral things and sort of showing people who they really are, I suppose, links back to your video you did on Threaten.
Oh, okay.
And a few days ago, there was an article on the BBC, sort of using calling in your face, just sort of bookending it because this guy went and interviewed him now, like, after all of the things, and it's a really long article, and I recommend people read it because it goes through the going out on tour and then it all blowing up and then the aftermath and stuff. But it's kind of spoiling it, but it runs with the story. He claims that he did all of it
Yeah.
for this reason.
Yeah. And which is
And he
complete
knew-
shit. Yeah.
And he knew exactly what he was doing,
Yeah.
which apparently, because he had some emails that he did show this reporter that backdated the tour fiasco, telling people about how he was a fraud,
Yeah.
and he was sending them. So, but then I suppose that could be doctored, but it might not be. They might not be true. But yeah, I thought that was because now he's got television people talking with him, and he's got a documentary crew, and
Yeah.
you know.
Well, that's. I mean, I feel like that. Yeah. I feel like there's no way that. I mean, that's kind of the way that he's spinning it now. You know, because it doesn't. I think
Yes.
I don't think anybody had any illusions about what was actually happening with that whole thing. And then I think the way that it wound up basically, going viral, and then like everybody hearing about it, like now it's like clearly, oh yeah, this was definitely my intention the entire time. It's the same thing as the Room, Tommy Wiseau, like all over again. If any of you guys have ever watched that movie or know the story about Tommy Wiseau, but it's like the same exact thing. And I feel like that's also a great example of like the 1 week like news cycle thing too. Like that story was huge, for like a week, and then it just died away.
But the only thing about his story that makes me think that maybe he is telling the truth about him spinning it from the beginning.
Oh, okay.
What was he had told the venues that he was big and he'd done all this fake thing, so he knew that no one was going to turn up.
Right.
And he had, he'd hired musicians to travel halfway across the world.
Yeah.
To do it.
Right.
I just don't think. That's the bit that makes me think. I think he's actually telling the truth about it because because the last few dates were cancelled, which,
right.
Reading between the lines of the article, he was annoyed about because by that point it was picking up momentum. So people were going to go out. One of the gigs wasn't too far away from me, and I was considering it.
Yeah.
Well, so it would have worked for me, but then, yeah.
I don't buy that though. Like I think that I think he was like intentionally, because why wouldn't he just do this in the States then? Like why did he have to go all the way to Europe to make this happen? I think he genuinely was trying to like. I thought that he thought by doing that it would somehow generate buzz and people would actually come to the shows, when really it just kind of blew up in his face. By the way, if you're just joining us, I don't know if you guys have checked out Threaten, the fake band we've been talking a lot about. I'm talking with Freddie. I almost said Freddie Mercury. Isn't that funny? I'm talking with Freddie Weber across the pond right now. We're just doing a chat. Freddie's a bud of mine from Belgium, and we have these chats once in a while. Freddie's been on the podcast. We've been talking a lot about music and just like creativity and getting stuff done. So, but we've been talking about like viralness, and now lately we're back on Threaten at the moment. Which is just I don't know the whole story with that was so bizarre. I don't know. But I mean, here we are talking about it, so it succeeded on some level.
Exactly, because the thing is, I mean, I've checked out his music, which is, I suppose, the whole point of it, and it's not my cup of tea, but you can sense it's not bad.
Yeah. Right. Sure. It's not my thing, but yeah.
Yeah, but then so that's made me think about about the whole chasing the followers and chasing the subscribers and things like that. It's not really. It's taken a huge weight off of that now for me because it's like, well, clearly that can be. I mean, we all knew it could be doctored, but
Yeah.
now it quite obviously can be to the point where you convince industry people of it. So I'm not going to even bother trying it.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I think that aspect too is a kind of it kind of shows the just how fake all that shit really is, you know, like and
Yeah.
how easy you can game this like in a system that's so easily gamed, like how can you trust anything that anybody is doing, you know?
Yeah.
If their intentions are like negative like that, you know.
Which I hope people use as a thing of an inspiration of, well, I'm just going to make the content and the art whatever I fucking want,
Yeah.
and if it picks up speed, I mean that's how I'm trying to look at it now. Is that
Yeah.
if it connects with people, amazing. But I can make shit music and get a lot more. You know, if I dedicated all my time into the chasing of the numbers,
Mhm.
it's obviously doable. But
Sure.
um,
Especially like in a system that can be like so easily gamed, you know. It's like if that's really what you want to
yeah,
do, but I think because I think there's a lot more. I think the journey, or at least for me as like a creative person, I think for you too, based on what you've been saying, is just like I would much rather develop like a sincere, genuine channel that hey, maybe if only you know 1,000 people subscribe to it, and but they really like the stuff that's going on it. Like to me,
yeah,
that's like inherently priceless versus something that's just completely like, okay, well, I'm just trying to get 20,000 followers so I can get free keyboards from companies and make
yeah.
videos that they want me to like promote their shit. Like, it's I don't know.
Would you? A bit of a curveball question. Would you consider it though, if some because you're picking up a lot of momentum now with your channel, and if someone came along to you and said, "Hey, we see you've got some nice, you've got a nice substantial subscriber base. Can you talk about our pedal?" Or would you do that? Yeah, do you think?
Hold on, these guys are just saying there's crackling. I'm gonna try to turn this down. Is it like too loud? Is it like distorting? Well, that's a great question. I've thought about that a lot, Freddie. The thing is, like, I would do it if like a company that I like thought was actually good like came to me and was offering me
Yeah,
some sort of product. Like if like I always talk about the Art Tube MP. Like here it is. I'm using it right now to do this live stream. Like if Art came up to me and said, "Yo, dude, we got some stuff. You want to try it out? If you like it, make a video about it, talking about it." Like, yeah, I would do that because it's a company that I believe in. But if some
yeah,
some random company just came up to me with some kind of product, like, and they just wanted me to do like a good review of it or something, like, I don't know. I think that would be against like what I'm doing. I don't know. I think if it was something that I actually would use or if they gave me a period of time to check it out and see if I actually liked it, like I wouldn't just try something just for the just to like get it and then because like I feel like a lot of times it's like you have to make a positive review of this. Like I just wouldn't
yeah.
do it at that point.
I watched a review of a pedal. It was an acoustic pedal, and the guy was kind of like, "It just looks great, doesn't it? It just doesn't it look? It just looks great." And I thought, right, okay, yeah, I'm not getting that one then. If that's the, oh, it's just you just see it and you think, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
okay,
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like if you can just like dress something up. Well, that's the other problem with like so much of stuff today is. I was just talking about this with my friend. I don't want to launch into the whole story because it's a very long story, but basically
okay,
like Instagram influencers, right? Like people who are on Instagram, it's like their job is just to like make something look good so that people will buy it. Like that just seems like
yes,
so fucking fake that you can just prop something up like just because of the way you take a picture of something You know, I feel like there's a lot of services like that now where it's like, oh, if we just make this look really cool and take a couple photos of it from like an arty angle, you know, it'll people will buy like a fucking million of them. You know.
Have you seen the? It's on Netflix. It's a Netflix documentary, I think, called The Defiant Ones, and it's a documentary about Dr. Dre and Jimmy Iovine.
Oh, I actually watched some of those. Yeah, I think I was on HBO, right?
Quite possibly, quite possibly. But they did the whole thing is that their stories merge, and then they make the Dre headphones.
Yeah, the beats. Yeah, I think I watched the first two episodes. I didn't. I think it's 4 episodes, right?
Yeah, I was quite inspired by their stories and about how their get up and go attitude. But it basically boiled down to the fact that between them, they knew everybody famous and just basically said, "Can you just put these headphones on while I take a picture?"
Yeah.
So,
Right.
and that's how they sold them.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I haven't actually used them. Apparently, they're not that great
Yeah.
of headphones. But
Well,
yeah,
I think that's the whole joke of it, right? Is like these guys are at this position where they can just use their power and influence, even to promote something that may not even be that great. That's the same thing I've heard. I've heard those headphones are shit, but just because celebrity X, Y, and Z wear them, and it's made by these two guys, and they're it's like at that point it's like those guys can just do whatever they want, and basically just laugh from the top of the fucking tower and just be like, buy this bullshit. Even it looks cool, or hey, we can design it, and hey, these people wore it. I need that too. Like, I think that's almost the most dangerous thing going on in our world today, especially like in America and like Western culture. It's like it's just so easy to game systems in order to get in order to sell people shit, and it seems like the best thing, or the best thing for these corporations that's come out of the internet, which is I think is a great tool of bringing people together, is the fact that we're just learning how to sell people shit better. Like all these ads you get on your computer from cookies and all this bullshit. It's just like that's with this technology that is so able to connect people and be this positive influence in the world. The best like all these tech companies can do with the data that they've collected from everybody is sell you shit that you probably don't need better than they could in the past. And I think that's the real shame of, I don't know, the 21st century. I feel like I'm going pretty dark here, but I don't know.
Well, we said we'd get philosophical.
We started off talking about music, but yeah, it always turns into philosophically. I can't speak right. Philosophy.
But I do think though that it's I don't think, I hope that it's a double-edged sword. That on one hand, people are being able to be sold things that they don't need and ship things and brand, straight directly into their home. On the other side, you get the underground misfits like us being able to connect and therefore getting stronger, and then making our so it's. But then maybe the people that get sold these things easy, those people haven't changed. It's just now the companies have a direct.
It's just an easier way to market to them.
Yeah, because I've completely gone off of, maybe as a revolt sort of thing, but I've completely gone off of buying musical gear now.
Cool.
Because like I said, I have most things I need. I mean, there's always the feeling of gas is always bubbling, but I just don't need it, and I know that now.
I mean, the same here, man. Like I have tons of cool shit. You can see it in the video, you see it in the live streams, you see it in my stuff. Like I've amassed a collection of stuff that all works really well for me. Stuff I believe in. I do have some expensive gear that I went for, and I'm glad I purchased it, and I haven't looked back. And I'll hopefully have this stuff for years and years. But yeah, that's like, and I mean, that's like the message from the channel, like a big one. If you want to download the free ebook, I don't know if you've downloaded it, Freddie. I think you have, but
I think I have.
It's it's on the website 424recording.com. It's just about the cure for gas, because like, I'm not saying that, and I'm not saying that you can't ever buy anything ever again, but because of the way that things are, I think you got to be really careful about the things that you do acquire because, uh, there's like you were saying about that pedal you were talking about just before. Yeah, it looks really cool, so you should buy it. Like when something just
Exactly,
succeeds
yeah.
on that level and can trick somebody to getting it, even if you don't need it, it's like I don't know. What's the
Yeah.
point?
But the annoying one of the annoying things is though that when I think not always, and especially now, because I used to work in a guitar shop, and uh, the first run of guitars, price wise, are pretty fucking good nowadays. Like it's hard to get shit stuff, I think, but obviously you invest a little more in terms of a laptop or a guitar or something like that. The likelihood is it should last longer and be better for longer.
Yeah.
Um, so that's all I'm. That's if I do purchase things now, I'm gonna prop up a bit because I'm getting so. I'll be laying down before I know. That's what I'll do, and not just buy stuff. Like you said, buy stuff for the sake of it.
Yeah. I think when you start to look at your gear acquisition as an investment rather than just like,
Yes.
I need to acquire all this bullshit. I don't even know why.
Yes.
Because like I think a lot of it is just trying to fill the void of like existence and like day to day like loneliness.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like
Oh, yes.
there's also I think I see that Simon was saying it's a neurotypical nonsense disorder. And I think there's like definitely like some neurological things going on there because I mean it feels good when you come home to like a box at the door, or it feels
Mm-hmm.
good when you order something and you get it but I mean that shit just doesn't last. It's much like the phones and like how we interact with our phones for like that hit of like dopamine, and like
Yes.
to like get your brain and that I don't know. I think that's kind of the danger of all this stuff. I don't know. I mean, I'm not. I guess I'm not. I shouldn't be somebody who says it's bad or good, but I think just for me in my life, like, I just don't want to. I don't want to get caught up in like the corporate machine of just like buying a bunch of shit and consuming shit, and then that especially stuff that I don't need. I don't know.
Mm.
And like if that's
Which is a vast majority of stuff because likely it is you. I mean, yeah, you can always upgrade your stuff, but
yeah.
yeah.
I feel like just as you get older too, that's like something that like you realize like the how much better things are worth when you get a good item or like something that's made really well. Something that's going to
Yes.
last you 20 years or 30 years. Like if you're going to have a good guitar or a piece of equipment for that long and you're going to use it all the time and every day, like that's a great investment. Like that's something that that you need and want to use. Like I don't know.
When I was 15, I think I saved up half, and my parents paid the other half of a Les Paul, and I've still got it. It's over there. I've had it over a decade now. Way too heavy. It's complete bullshit that you need a heavy Les Paul. I can't play it. I can't play it live anymore because it's too heavy. But it's not going anywhere. But when I got it, in it was all the little paraphernalia and the lead and all this sort of stuff, and a little booklet, and it said, "If you look after this guitar, it will live longer than you will."
Yeah.
Um,
That's true, man. I have like just.
but
What were you saying?
no, all I was going to say was in terms of material things that you do definitely need to buy. You definitely need to buy the Be Cool Cowboy, Just a Trick cassette.
Thanks, man. Thanks for that plug. I appreciate you plugging that. Yeah, I made a tape for Just a Trick if anybody wants one. I was supposed to ship them out today. I don't know if I'm going to get to that. I probably will after the stream, but if you want to snag one, it's just becoolcowboy.bandcamp.com. There's like 20 of them. I think there's like 7 left. Thanks, Freddie. If you want to grab one, check it out. I'm probably not going to make any more, but a bunch of people reached out to me and they wanted one, so otherwise I probably wouldn't have made them. But if you want one, go ahead, go for it, snag it.
Because I didn't think of it, because it does fit the brand, doesn't it, of the 424 cassette.
Sure.
I live in Ghent in Belgium, and there's a cassette record label that mainly do sort of ambient type of stuff. But I remember thinking, selfishly, well, I don't buy cassettes, so who's buying cassettes?
Yeah.
But obviously, clearly the world of that, but certainly with your brand, I think it works perfectly. to have cassettes.
Yeah, well, I think here too. There's like definitely there's a lot of reasons why I think they're coming back in terms of like a format.
Yes.
Like I don't know, but yeah, I mean I mean as much as somebody who I gotta admit I really like to record on cassette. I'm not like a cassette fiend though. I'm not like collecting cassettes. I really don't buy much music anymore unless it's to support somebody,
Sure.
or I'm at a show and there's a touring band or something. Like, sure, but I mean I listen to a lot of stuff just streaming it like Spotify, or YouTube for instance. But yeah, well, that was the thing with it, right? Is like, but I guess what I was saying, I didn't think that many people listened to cassettes either. But then I think 4 or 5 people that hit me up independently asking about, hey, is this coming out on tape? And I was like, I had no intention of doing that. And then enough people had finally hit me up about it. And then I was talking with Jason about it, who was here before. I don't know if he's still hanging around, but Jason just started his own like tape label. And then I don't know, it kind of like pushed me into just like, I was like, you know what, I'll try this and see if it works, but I think a lot of people like him. I was talking about this with Brian. It's like, it is just inherently a cool format. Hey, Jason. And I think that, well, why do you guys think cassettes are still like are having this resurgence? I think they're cheap to make and cheap to sell, and
Okay.
and they're like a lot cooler to collect than say like a CD. I don't know, something about CDs, even though that's like a better format. I don't know, just like comparatively, even if they sound better, people just for whatever reason right now, people are just not as into CDs. And then vinyl.
No.
Vinyl is great, but it costs a fucking arm and a leg to make a run of them, and you have to make them in such a large thing. Like cassettes, you could run off. I ran off 10 of them at first, and then I decided to just make 20, and then, you can make. I mean, the same with CDs though, like because there's the thing with the CDs, but CDs I think make more sense to like produce, but people just don't want them for whatever reason. I don't know.
Because I've just saying earlier, I've just released my EP that at the moment is online.
Where can people find that, Freddie?
You can find that on all the popular streaming services: Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer. Is that one? It's on all.
Maybe over there. I don't know.
But Spotify is the one I normally send people to because there's my other stuff on there as well.
Cool.
But my plan was to, because that's stuff online. The beginning of next year, early part of next year, there's another EP that's going to come out, and the plan was to print those two on a vinyl.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
Because I want to have a physical copy, but like you said, CDs are not. I feel people buy CDs now as more as a token. Is that, I really like the show, or I want to support you in some way. What do you have? Oh, you have a CD. Okay. But I think vinyls, but like you said, it is a lot more expensive to do.
Yeah.
But maybe it's worth, because then how much do you think? And I suppose we can open this up to the chat as well. How much do you sell stuff for? Because I see, vinyls go for $20, $25 or euros, but then.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you guys out there in bands sell stuff for? And then what would you pay to get stuff? Like. I was just looking at other stuff for instance, for like Just a Trick. I just looked at what other people were selling tapes for online because I really didn't know. But I don't think they go for more than like $5. And then I just like looked at a couple labels that were shipping stuff and took their shipping quotes and just, I don't know because I don't really know. But so I would say tapes are like $5. I don't think you could really get more than like $7 for one. I think that's kind of the appeal of them, is that they're a cheap format, and. Yes. You can make the money back as the artist. Like you could at least break even a lot sooner. Jason was saying that he said, all I'm saying is that I released a CD and only sold a couple, sold out of my tape in a few days. For some reason, I feel like CDs have this quality to them that's more of like a disposable quality, whereas like a cassette really feels like a very, I don't know, because it's like an analog, it's like a small device, like a cassette has like a lot of working parts and it's, but like whereas a CD is kind of just like, it's just, literally a piece of plastic with, I don't know, I guess some metal in there, but it just doesn't have the same quality. I wonder if in like 10 years though, people will, all of a sudden CDs will be like back in circulation and everybody will be making CDs,
I think quite possibly, but the tapes and the vinyls, obviously CD is physical as well, but you could see it working. Maybe that's why there's an element to
Okay.
tapes,
Yeah.
cassettes. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's, and maybe because of that whole digital age, people want to go back to a bit more of a, they want to hold the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, for
I
some
don't know.
reason, like CDs, I don't know. I don't know what it is about them that people don't like. I have my biggest, collection of music is all CD based.
Yeah,
Um,
but then I suppose we grew up when CDs were. If we'd grown up in the what? Well, maybe we're just in that pocket of when CDs were good to get.
yeah, right.
Perhaps.
I think as just from like an artist perspective, like if you're gonna release your stuff, because like a cassette is almost like a really cheap way of having like like I don't know. I feel like a cassette is more similar to vinyl than a CD is to either of them, if
Yes.
that makes any sense. Because like
Hmm.
cassettes, I feel like were a part of vinyl culture in a lot of ways. Like back when they were, that stuff was on the. That's what you could get. Like people were taping their vinyls, like making their vinyls onto tape so that they could listen to them and preserve the quality of the vinyl, and also just giving it to somebody. Oh, hey, you want the new Led Zeppelin vinyl and you can't afford it? Here, I'll make you a tape of it, or I'll make you a mixtape of it.
Yes.
Like, and I think that that's kind of the appeal of them too, is that it's closer to like this analog format. It has a sound to it, it has an aesthetic, and then it's also just cheaper than like as like a band. Like
Yes.
now, if you want to put out vinyl, I don't know what the things are. I haven't looked at it, but I remember at one point it was always like you had to order 1,000 of them, and then
Mm.
and then there was like $4,000 or something when all was said and done or something. So then it's this high upfront cost, and then you got to store all those. That's something some of these guys are saying in the
Yeah.
chat too. Is like you got like vinyl is huge, like as like a format. If you don't have the space to have it, and then I remember my buddy at one point he was moving his vinyl collection around, like he's moving a lot, and he's like had thousands of vinyls or something. It's like, like why would you even do that to yourself? It's like you have to order like a special truck just to move like vinyl. That's how many you
That's
got.
true.
It's like it's insane. So I don't know.
Because I looked into it recently, and the smallest denomination was 250 vinyls, and that worked out around 900,
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't looked at
pounds.
it in a while. Yeah.
Um,
But what
yeah,
that's a
but
lot, right? I mean, because like I think the conversion even for like the U.S., right? So I think the pound is worth like what at least 1.25. So we'll say like anywhere from 950 pounds, and then the U.S. it's probably I don't know. We'll say 1,200 or something,
yeah,
1,250. So I mean that's still a lot though. Like if you have to shell out like $1,300 to buy what is it 250 of them?
yes,
I mean, maybe I mean you gotta work the numbers out, but I guess if you sell what would you have to sell, and how much would you sell them for, and then the issue is
but
like
that's
anybody I've ever known who made vinyls, whether it was a label, a band, etc. Those people still have boxes of fucking vinyl sitting in their
yes.
basements, garages, attics, coffee. It's a coffee table in their place. Like it's just like
Hmm.
I don't know. I just don't want to live like that, man. I don't want to live like that.
And then there's the issue of it's got to be mixed differently.
Right. Well, I actually had to remix the cassette, the Just the Trick stuff because it wasn't
Okay,
translating. Yeah, it was crazy. It's actually remixed and remastered.
shit.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, I mean, same with the vinyl. Yeah, you have to. It has to be mastered a certain way for it to translate best.
Yeah, but because the EP I did, and the second, and the other one I'm currently doing with Tom from Ghent Music, uh, and Whisper from the Sea. Go check him out. We're doing it ourselves, and we had it mixed. We had the first one mixed and mastered, but the second one is going to be predominantly acoustic. Therefore, hopefully, we can try and do a lot of it ourselves. So then, if there's no cost going into the recording of it, maybe it's worth invested in the
Yeah, that's
making of it,
that's great.
um, especially when it could be a very long time on. You'll never get that return back.
Right.
Um,
Well, that's the thing where like something like Kickstarter, Indiegogo, those type of crowdfunding sites, I think are great because then you can see how many people actually want it. If only 10 people actually want a vinyl, then it's like it's not worth doing it. But if you could sell 100 of them, or sell 50 of them, or whatever it's worth it to you to make them. I think like some sort of pre-order is smart. See what people if people want them.
Yes.
I don't know. I mean,
I always feel a little nervous about kickstarting types things.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if.
I mean, I've only ever done one. I've only ever did one for the Task Vamps, and
it worked, didn't it?
It worked, yeah, because it was the same thing with these tapes, right? I just knew that I had a certain amount of people that were hitting me up, asking me about it, and I was like, all right, let's fucking do it. So I mean, I think that's kind of the thing. Like I think for a long time I always put the horse before the carriage, but then with the channel, and with people finding my music and stuff, like it, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's cool because it's the first time anything like that's worked, but I think it makes sense if you, I guess, if you want to try the investment and make the product, like I think that's awesome. I think just the reality of making your own vinyl and stuff in today's world is just, at least from my experience, and I don't mean to deter anybody, but it's just not worth it to make 50 copies of a tape. If you go to press it somewhere, that's why I didn't make 50, because I didn't think I could sell 50 of them, because I didn't want 35, 40 copies sitting around. Which now it's going pretty good, because like the Just Trick ones, like I said, there's like 7 out of 20 left, so that's pretty sick. But that's,
I suppose tape doesn't take up a lot of room if you did have to store
exactly
a lot.
And I think over time they'll definitely sell through people finding the channel, finding the music as I put more music out. So it wasn't that much of a cost for me. I think it was like $100 to get the tapes and the stuff I needed to print them. So it kind of made sense. Like I could break even with the cost of it pretty quickly, and then not feel like I had a bunch of money tied up in it, or and like you said, the storage element of it. And also, like, I bought some extra ones so that I could make, if somebody hits me up, I could also always dub them an extra one or something, So I don't know. It's definitely an investment, and one you got to definitely consider. But I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think it's cool though to document it. I think there's something to the physical documentation of what you're doing. And my friend Greg, who I'm also going to be hopefully interviewing soon, he works at Strand in New York City. It's like this bookstore. And he sent me a picture the other day, very randomly. I haven't spoken to him in a couple months, and he sent me a picture of this old CD from this old label that our old band was supposed to be on in like 2002 or something. It was another band, and it was like unopened, but somehow it had traveled to Strand, and it was there like almost 20 years later in their used rack. And it was like, and that's what he said to me. He's like, hey, it's just a testament to like pressing something. Like even though it wasn't opened, it was still this physical document of this band that is long gone, but it was just fascinating that like this thing has traveled through time and is like landed in the middle of New York City, and anybody could have picked it up and seen what it was and bought it. But it's just just a testament to like a physical object. Whereas I don't know, streaming I don't think carries the same weight. I mean, yeah, people can always like discover your stuff. I guess it's just a testament to like putting stuff out though too. But it's just kind of fascinating.
It's a catch-22, isn't it? Because if you make them, you've got the investment, you've got the logistics of it, the financial side of it. But then, if and when you don't make one, you always get someone that's like, I'd buy something. And then when you've got them, no one buys them.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's the thing. It's like, what can you, as a musician, what can you sell somebody that is? And I think the answer is really simple now. It's like, what can you sell somebody that's cheap to produce, that you don't need to make that many of them, and that isn't gonna like cost you an arm and a leg? It's like, well, tapes.
Yeah.
It's crazy to say, but like it kind of makes sense from that perspective, from like not only the musician standpoint, but also like maybe the audience standpoint. Because like, it's like I feel like most people don't really listen to physical formats anymore. I think it's more of a niche thing. Like people that are really into music do, and there's people that are vinyl collectors that do, and but I mean, I think most people are streaming things. People always do what's easiest for them to do. If it's easiest for them to stream stuff, that's what they're going to do. And but if somebody wants to buy something from you, I mean, that's a classic joke, right? About musicians, like musician, you're basically a glorified T-shirt salesman.
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah,
that's kind of the main product that so many bands sell and make money off of in merch. You know, that's every band has T-shirts because you can make a decent amount of them for a decent amount of price, and people always kind of want a T-shirt and support you, and it's a good way. Hey, even if they just wear it to bed at night or something like, or if they wear it or they give it to their partner or something, you know what I mean, or they use it for something.
yeah,
It's like I don't know, man. I wish I could. I wish I had better advice or a better point to make about like merch as like a musician, but maybe I'm just jaded about it. I you know what, man. I want to say like the positive thing is like, and what we started the stream as saying is like, just try it.
yes,
Maybe just try it, man. If you have the funds and like you said, like you guys justify it by saying we didn't record this in a professional place, let's just try it. Let's put the
yes.
money that we would have used toward recording this to putting it out. Like, go for it.
Yeah, I want to try it and see what the response is like, because, like I said as well, it's going to be one side is going to be one EP, one side is going to be the other, and the artwork is going to be different from both of those. So it will be a unique thing,
Yeah,
which I hope, and everyone wants something that no one else has got, or it's a limited amount or something like that. So I hope that plays into it,
yeah,
separate to the fact that hopefully they like the music. You know, that it's a little bit of an enticement. But yeah, we shall see. I shall keep you updated on that.
yeah. I would really love to hear like how that's going with you, or what you're gonna do. Are your cats like going nuts back there?
Yeah, but she does that noise that she only does it when she does it in the middle of the night as well. It's like what's going on? She doesn't make the noise any other time.
Weird.
Actually, I might have to feed them. I think that's what it is.
All right, you want to jump up for a second?
I will. Yes, I will feed them. I will have a very quick. I need to make sure that the toilet facilities work.
I'm gonna. Here's a question for you. It's,
Okay.
it said, Mike and Freddie, were you guys around during the mixtape era?
No, I had mixed CDs. Is that the same thing? Does that
Yeah,
count?
I guess I think Charles is referring to like physical tapes, but
No, I think I just missed it.
I was pretty much on the
Yeah.
tail end of it too. I remember like taping stuff off of the radio because
Okay.
like when songs would come on that I wanted to listen to that I didn't have, I remember I had a fucking stack of tapes, and I would like be there and making like a copy of it off the radio. And then there was actually a couple times with a couple friends where we passed some tapes around. Um,
Hmm.
and my friend made me a tape one time. This guy I started hanging out with, and we were good buds, and we made each other tapes. But yeah, we were. It was. I feel like we were. I was right at the tail end of like the real mixtape era.
Mm.
Which I was saying too. I don't know if Levy's still chilling, but he was saying that one of the big reasons too, which I think there's definitely this definitely has something to do with the Guardians of the Galaxy. They put out like a tape because in that movie, it's
Yes.
there's like I guess the music is on like a mixtape or something, or the music hit that the character listens to. I'm not up on the lore of Guardians of the Galaxy, but I know that there's like the main character was a Star Lord or something. Like
Yes.
he listens to like a lot of
Well,
'70s music.
I'm not that well versed either, but he came from Earth. And he was
Half
born in the
human, right?
Yeah, and his mum made him a mixtape, so that's why he's got this tape with him in the middle of space with the Jackson 5 and stuff on it.
That's sick.
She made it for him.
That's cool.
I'm going to very quickly feed my cats.
Yeah, do it up,
Give me
bro.
2 seconds, and I'll come back. But then I've got something based on that I think will be an interesting topic. 2 seconds, I'll be back.
All right,
2 seconds.
come back. All right, JPC said the screen froze. Let me see what's going on. I don't know why that would be the case. All right, I'm just gonna check this. We're not gonna take 5. We're still gonna be live, but I'm just trying to figure out why this would have crapped out here. Let me refresh. So Freddie went to go get some. Hey, Levy's still here. Yo, is Simon still chilling? I don't know if Simon's still around. He was hanging out, but you guys should check out Simon's channel. He does some really cool stuff. a lot of circuit bent, and I just like Simon's overall vibe. He's just very unapologetically himself. And I think that's really refreshing, especially in today's media landscape. But hopefully, I'm going to be interviewing Simon in a very similar manner at some point. So stick around for that. This is kind of a big test. I found this monitor in the trash. Let me see. Let me see if I can figure out what's going on with this. Yeah, I see that it froze. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's very weird. It's still live, but it's still frozen. Let's see if it comes out of that. Is the screen froze for everybody still? I'm not really sure what happened to it. Let me see. I'll play it back. I'm still here. If you can hear me, frozen for everybody. Yeah, shit. All right. Mike broke the internet. Yeah, that seems to be the name of the game. But can you guys still hear me? Yeah. So the screen's frozen for some reason. I think they can still hear us, Freddie. I'm gonna see if I can. I don't know.
Reboot.
It's just so crazy to me that the technology, this stuff. It's like